Hello YouTube, Dr. Kemp here, Hammond Doc once again. In this series, I am dealing with the vibrato and vibrato course control. And on the Hammond organ, and the last video, I got a little carried away playing, and we've been dealing with the use of the vibrato swell and the vibrato grate. So if you have not looked at those videos or that video, go back, take a look at that video, and then come back to this one because it's step by step progressive in nature. That is my discussion of this topic. I'm using the book. I'm trying to be careful with this book because this is a vintage book. It's 1970 publication. Don't want to tear it. Oh, it'll hurt my heart to damage it because it's in pristine condition. It's called Locking Top Consoles, Owner's Playing Guide for Home Church Institutions, with pictures of the Hammond organs on the front. And the first videos in this series, if you go back and look at that, you'll see I've taken you swiftly through the contents or some of the contents of this particular book. But on page 10, in response to a statement that was made on Facebook on a site that I frequently discuss information regarding musicians in ministry, our friend and the founder of that particular Facebook site, Brother Billy Sumners, made mention of his use of the vibrato chorus control switch on the Hammond organ. And I felt, I can do a video, or in this case, a series of videos regarding that particular topic. And I'm having a good time doing that because I'm sitting here, and that sound you just heard was my Hammond organ. I put my elbow on the Hammond key here. And so I'm using the organ to illustrate some points that I'm trying to make with regard to this particular set of controls on the Hammond organ. Now, I'm going to read to you this next paragraph, which is, of course, a deviation from previous videos that I've produced. But I'm going to read to you what this has to say, because I think that this tells you what I would want to try to get across to you with regard to these controls. And this is my first time actually reading this material, as I said, even in the previous video. But I'm going to do that here. Okay, here we go. So this is about the vibrato chorus control. I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with, first of all, vibrato alone, and then I'll come back and do another video on the vibrato chorus with respect to the vibrato chorus control. All right, here's what this says. It says, you can select any one of 6 positions of vibrato and vibrato chorus. And what it's talking about, you see it has a picture here of the switch, and this is it here on the Hammond organ right here. So it's talking about these positions, and you have V1 here, you have V2, skips, and then it's V3, and then you have at the bottom you have C1, C2 over there, and then C3 right here. And so that's what it's talking about. You can select any one of 6 positions of vibrato and vibrato chorus. Now, there are 3 positions of vibrato: vibrato 1, vibrato 2, and vibrato 3. And there are 3 positions of vibrato chorus, because you're going to have to use this vibrato switch to turn on this. So for this to be in effect, this has to be depressed. It has to be turned. These have to be turned on. This for the top keyboard and this for the bottom keyboard. And a master organist would know how to use one or the other, or use them in combination. And I mean, that's a part of mastering. That's a part of mastering, or becoming a master of the instrument, of the Hammond organ. Okay. When I say master, I'm talking about gaining mastery, skilled, playing, making the various sounds effect. Understanding what the organ will do, and then making it do what it is that you want it to do when you want it to do it. Did you hear what I said? Understanding what the organ will do, and then making it do what it is that you want it to do. As the Spirit gives you the unction to do it, when you're doing it, when you're playing, and getting that feel, and changing, adjusting the atmosphere. That's wow. Adjusting the atmosphere, using the effects of that has been built into this instrument, using these various sound effects to affect change in your environment when you play. That's very powerful. That's another message. Okay, so let's get back to this, and let me read to you what this paragraph has to say. Okay, here it goes. Okay, you can select any one of 6 positions of vibrato and vibrato chorus. 3 degrees of vibrato, 3 degrees of vibrato chorus. Each is different. Vibrato 1 or V1 is small. It corresponds to normal vibrato of most orchestral solo instruments. So this is vibrato 1. I'll let you hear it. I have the chorale turned off. That is, it's unplugged, so the rotors are not turning slow. And this is for vibrato 1. That's straight organ. That's vibrato 1. Okay, so it's small. It corresponds to the normal vibrato of most orchestral solo instruments. The normal vibrato of most orchestral solo instruments is what I just read that about. Vibrato 2 now. That's vibrato 1 corresponding to the normal vibrato of most orchestral solo instruments. Vibrato 2, V2, adds great tonal warmth. Okay, so let's go to 2. So you feel it's more warmth. That's 1. And that's 2. I'll play it with that's off. That's 2, vibrato 2, vibrato 2, vibrato 1. And then, where am I? And V3, vibrato 3, adds a theatrical feeling. So let's hear that theatrical feeling. We're on V2 right now. I didn't want to turn the rollers on. I have the slow rollers turned off. This is V3. So I'm going to take you through each one of them again so that you can hear how they sound. V1. No vibrato. Let's take you to that, okay? No vibrato on V1. Here we go. V2. That's enough for this video. Hammond Doc saying to you, peace out.